Hello guys, in this video tutorial I would like to explain that how we can make multiple histograms for different data sets. Let's move to the R studio that how we can do this. I would like to explain this first that we will use this function var mfrow. We can divide by using this function the screen for graphics into two rows and three columns. This means that we have two rows and three columns. And if you want to divide the screen into three columns, three rows and two columns, then you need to write 3 into 2. And if you want to divide the screen into three rows and three columns, then you need to write 3 into 3. So then you will have 9 graphs on the same screen. Okay, let's move to data reading. This data is already there in the same directory. So I would like to run this. This will read the data. Okay, the data is read, and then I would like to see what is in the data on the top. So let's run this. Okay, we have this. These are the variables in this data set. So you can make little more wider so you can see at the same time for all. Yes, these are the variables observed, and these are models data. One scan ASIM to CMCC.CMS and so on. At the end is CCSM4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 models are there. Okay, now I mean that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 columns, but one is here, so then we have 6 data sets. So this means that we need to divide the screen into 6 parts, I mean 2 rows and 3 columns, or 3 rows and 2 columns. So this is up to you. You can divide it into 3 columns and 2 rows, but I am dividing this into 2 rows and 3 columns. I think it look better for me. Okay, and now just use this function, and this will divide the screen into these parts. Now, the function which you need to use for histogram is HIST, and then the name of the variable, I know that I already told you that how you do subsetting. This means that the data is assigned in the variable x, and now this means that I'm choosing second column from the x because x has, you know, x is now have 7 columns in which the first one is here and the other 6 are data sets, different data sets. So I'm considering the second column, and PCH10 does not matter now in this case because this is okay. We don't need any function any types because I explained this in the point notes or already. Then on the main, I don't want to print anything just like the other graphs on the histogram on the main. And then of course I would like to write something on the x-axis. This is the precipitation in millimeter. This will be for each graph, and on the y-axis there is frequency because this is the histogram or whatever you want to write on the y-axis. And col.lab is equal to 1. This means that for labels the color should be black. You can change this to any other color. This is up to you. So let's okay, the screen is I run this command already, so the screen is divided for me. Now let's run this, the first one. Okay, you can have the first data set now here. And now remember that I need to mention the name of the variable with the model. You know, the first column, the second column which we have drawn, this is about the observed data. So I'm using this command, my legend.size legend top right. This will be printed. The label will be printed in the top right, and the label is this one, R99P. This is the name of the variable, and this is observed data for observed data. This is about the text size, and this is about no line around the name or the label. Let's just do it. This you can do like this. Yes, so this is the name of the variable for this one. Now next plot this one S3, the second column. Okay, the second column, and then again you need to write the name because these data sets are the same nature but for different model and observed data. So this is for this model, the same variable with this model. Now hast the fourth column and the third variable, and again the same thing, the name. Similarly for the fourth, the name. Now for the fifth, the name, sixth, and the name. So you can see that you can construct very nice crops for your paper, your thesis, and all other research reports on the same page, and you can compare them very easily. Simple similarity graphs are these because on x-axis there is precipitation in millimeter and the y-axis there is frequency and the name of the variable is mentioned here quite obviously. This is for observed data and this is for one model K and two, and this is for other model is cmcc.cms, and the last one is for, oh, this is mistakenly wrong mention. I need to change because this is zone 1. I need to change this name. Let me check the names of the variable in the data x. The last name is ccsm4, this one. So you need to change the name in the last one, and how you can change this, learn this because this is mentioned zone 1. So let's change this to the model, whatever we want. Okay, so now this will be replaced by this one. You can run each one separately or you can run all together. This does not make a difference. The first one again, the name, second name, third one name, fourth one name, fifth one name, sixth one name, and that is now with the same variable with CCSM4 model. So you can compare these graphs. Sometimes you can draw line graph on the same graph. You mean that you can draw over each other for comparison purpose. But for histogram, it can be a little difficult because you will not see the histogram, the frequencies of one histogram when you overlap another histogram on that. So this is better that you can draw this histogram on the same page, like you can divide the screen into 6 or 9 and whatever. How much is the number of your variables, and then you can make a comparison. I will run these again together. You can see this how I created this uh, code for my I mean for this to create this histogram. So this is the text. This is the code, not the text. Okay, from here you can choose. You can run this all together. How you will run this? You right and run this. You did this. Simple. Okay, now if you want to change the color of this histogram, you can use a different color if you want. This is up to you. This is COL. You can write what which color is better. I will see red, but you can use any color. It's up to you. Does not make difference. Okay, if you want to use different color, you don't want, not necessary. Okay. Okay, this is something I don't need to add this comma. Okay, now here, now here, now here. Okay, So it's fine. Let's see how it look like. Okay, so this is you can change the color to the other colors if you want. If you want to see different than the normal, the gray color, you can change the color. You can put any color here, and this will look like this. So what we learn in this lecture, we learn that how we can create multiple histogram or multiple data sets on the same screen. And this is the function which can divide the screen for you into different, you know, sections. Let me do this into 2 cross 2, just for, you know, let me do this like this. Okay, now the screen will be in 2 cross 2, 2 rows and 2 columns. I need to run this one by one to see. You can see this is a little bigger now because this is divided into 2 rows and 2 columns. So different, different, and now it's a little bigger, different. So I mean the same, but the size is different. So you can divide the screen. This is up to you by using this very important command in R. So this is all about how to create multiple histogram on the same page in one figure or multiple data sets. I hope this help you. If you like the content, please subscribe the channel and see you in the next video. Ciao.